I don't get it. So many problems in this world, one man can't fix, but the simple things is what keeps this president's approval ratings down. And here we're in an election year, and we got a Democrat and a Republican trying to run for president. Both of them have credibility issues, and yes, they both flip flopped on many things. But yet, we are so driven with this rage to hate one another because we don't agree on politics, we don't agree on religion, we don't agree on who's who in America. This country is so divided by the things that I have mentioned. We are divided by sex, gender, we're divided by race, we're divided by politics, religion, and the corporate owned media is just funneling it in by putting on these paid talkers who lie to you. They lie to the public and get millions of dollars to do it. They break us up, they make us into these divisions, and then we are divided, and then we will never stand a prayer if another terrorist attack comes. Your corporate owned media is buying up all the television stations, they're buying up the internet, they're buying up the radio stations, and they're buying up the newspapers and magazines. And then they're going to put in their agenda. They're going to put in their propaganda. They're going to make sure that you hear only one voice. This country is between either fascist or socialist. And either thing is quite contrary to what Americans believe. This is a democratic republic where difference of opinion matters. It seems that everything is now against you or for you. We're in two wars, and those brave men and women that are fighting in Iraq and Afghanistan are dying. We lost over 4,500 people in both wars. We are spending so millions, so millions, so millions, so much to become a trillion. We're spending over $1 trillion in both wars. Cost is not an option for the president. We have so many problems in this country. The infrastructures are falling apart. The high food prices, the high oil prices, the high gas prices, home foreclosure. The economy is going down. The dollar's going down. It's like everything is just happening like a snowball. It's just rolling up and becoming bigger and bigger. And then you cannot stop the snowball until something melts it down, like a better market, a better strategy, or boot out some Democrats and Republicans in order to put in some better Democrats and some better Republicans in order for us to have a decent country. We can never piss off these countries like China and India because they send half of our stuff over into our country. We cannot piss off Canada because we have such cool ties with them. We can't piss off Mexico because Mexico is one of the nations that's trying to keep drugs from coming in our country, but yet we're going to sell them off because we want protection from illegal immigrants. We piss China off, they may come over and send us devices that might blow up in our faces. We piss off North Korea, they may come over into our mainland and attack us. We piss off people in the Middle East, and then they get their surrogates, which are those so-called Al-Qaeda affiliates, to destroy us. The media is boogeyman to all these issues, and now we're supposed to be scared of millions of people when we got over 310 million here. I mean, I am not afraid of anybody overseas. I'm not afraid of the people on my own home front. I'm not afraid of anything. The only thing I fear is life. Where do I have to wake up to see that my city is going down? Where do I have to wake up to see that our economy is going down? Where do I have to live when this country becomes less of a superpower and more of a nation ran by either a Republican or a Democrat who does not know what the hell they're going to do when they get in? They got a mess to clean up. The president has screwed us all. Your Congress, led by your Democrat or your Republican, has screwed us up. This is what's going to happen in the coming years. Either you're going to advise yourself that this country is not as great as it seems, or you're going to just sit there and blindly follow what the media tells you, because the media is one of the reasons why we're so bitter right now. You put on so many garbage news shows and so many garbage television programs, and then your music industry, it's nauseating, really nauseating. I think that this country has gone so far to the center, it's like you can't get one left or one right. But mark my words, if we don't get ourselves together and face this challenge of trying to get out of debt and try to get this country back on the right track, we're going to end up going into a depression. We're going to end up living the 1930s all over again. And it may take another war of the worlds to make this happen. If we invade countries like Iran, Syria, and then we distance ourselves from Russia and China, we can never piss these countries off like India and Russia, Pakistan. We can't piss them off. We can't piss North Korea off. After all, they got nuclear weapons. We can't piss Venezuela off. We can't piss Nigeria off. They carry most of our oil. And yet, the Republicans want us to drill in our own country where people live and swim. They want to drill for oil in the oceans and in the Arctic. And then when the global warming effects kick in, we'll never have an ice sheet up there in the north. The Democrats want to be peace activists. They want to try to marginalize voices of opposition. The Republicans want to marginalize voices of opposition. It's like they want to marginalize your own given right. I'm glad that we got our guns back. Maybe we may get our freedoms back as well. But yet, nobody seems to understand. We're still divided. This is a nation of divided people. Whether it's a race, gender, age, whether it's a sex, religion, or politics, it's a divided nation, truly. There's no sense in even addressing anymore. This is what I feel about the country. It's totally BS.